Hello everyone, welcome to the Cinematic Spellbook channel. If you're someone who loves traveling to a future full of mystery and secrets, this video is for you. Number 8, Mute.
This is gonna stop, right now.
It ain't a secret anymore.
This film tells the story of a man named Leo, set in the near future around the year 2052. He lives in the bustling, cyberpunk city of Berlin. Due to an accident in his childhood, Leo suffered damage to his vocal cords and has been unable to speak ever since. He's a quiet, reserved person who doesn't really connect with technology or the modern world, unlike most people around him, whose lives revolve entirely around tech. Leo is in love with a woman named Nadara, and they're in a relationship. One day, like any other, they head to work, but suddenly, Nadara disappears without a trace. Deeply attached to her, Leo sets out into the heart of the city to find her. But the search is far from easy. As he digs deeper, Leo realizes that Nadara has become entangled in a dark, underground world, full of criminals, smugglers, and shady figures. This is a suspenseful sci-fi film with a dark, futuristic atmosphere. Number 7, Anon.
You can't look back.
The story of the film takes place in the near future, a world where no one has any privacy anymore. Everything you see or do is automatically recorded as video in your brain, and all your data is stored in a massive network. The police can easily access this information to see who did what and when. In this world, a detective named Sal is investigating a series of strange murders. The killer has somehow hacked the system so that the police can't trace them, no images, no evidence, nothing. This leaves Sal completely puzzled. In the middle of the investigation, a mysterious woman appears who has no trace in the system, no name, no image, no past, nothing. It's as if she doesn't exist. That's why they call her Anon, short for anonymous. She turns out to be a hacker who can delete or alter people's memories and data. To get closer to her, Sal pretends to be a client and seeks her out. Meanwhile, someone is killing Anon's clients, and now Sal must figure out who's behind the murders and why. Overall, the film explores the idea of what might happen if every aspect of our lives were recorded and nothing was private anymore. It raises the question, in such a world, is being anonymous a crime, or a right? Number 6, The Cloverfield Paradox.
Stop.
This film is the third installment in the Cloverfield cinematic universe and serves as a prequel, timeline-wise, to the first Cloverfield movie from 2008. The story is set in the near future, at a time when Earth is facing a severe energy crisis. Power is running out, and the entire world is desperately searching for a solution. A team of scientists from various countries is sent to a space station called Cloverfield. Their mission is to use a highly advanced particle accelerator to generate unlimited energy and save the planet. But when they activate the device, something strange happens. Earth suddenly vanishes before their eyes. At first, they think the machine malfunctioned, but they slowly realize that the situation is far more serious. They've accidentally opened a portal between their world and a parallel universe. From that point on, bizarre and terrifying events start to unfold. Objects move on their own, strange noises are heard, crew members go missing, and even monstrous creatures begin to appear. The crew is confused and scared, but they must figure out how to return to their own reality before everything spirals out of control. The cool part is that this film reveals the origin of the massive creatures that appeared in the original Cloverfield, 2008, movie. Number 5, The Osiris Child.
I have access to a military safety bunker. Help me find my daughter.
The story takes place in a distant future where humans have managed to colonize other planets. A powerful corporation called EXOR uses prisoners for hard labor on a dry, desert-like planet. But the company is hiding a dark secret. They're running a covert project where they transform inmates into dangerous, mutated creatures to use for even more violent and brutal tasks. Amid all this, a prison riot breaks out, and the mutated creatures escape from their cages. In the chaos, a man named Ken, who used to work for the company, finds out that his young daughter, Indy, is in danger. Determined to save her, he teams up with a former prisoner named C, who has a mysterious and troubled past. If you're into sci-fi films with emotional depth and action-packed moments, this movie is a solid choice. Number 4, Captive State.
Get back to the way that things used to be.
This film is set in a post-apocalyptic world, about 10 years after a group of alien beings invaded Earth and took control. These extraterrestrials presented themselves as law enforcers, claiming they came to bring peace and order, but in reality, they established a strange and oppressive dictatorship. Now, everything is under constant surveillance, with cameras and listening devices everywhere. Society has been split into two groups, those who collaborate with the aliens, and those who resist them in secret. The story follows a young man named Gabriel who lives in Chicago. His brother was once part of a revolutionary movement against the aliens and is believed to be dead. But Gabriel discovers that his brother is actually alive and is part of a secret resistance group called Phoenix. This group is planning a surprise attack during a major public event, hoping to spark an uprising among the people. At its core, the film is about how ordinary people, even under the harshest conditions, still long for freedom, and are willing to fight for it. Number 3, Freaks. This film tells the story of a 7-year-old girl named Chloe who lives in a rundown house with her father. Her dad constantly warns her that the outside world is dangerous and that people are out to kill them. Because of this, he doesn't let her leave the house and has set up a bunch of strict rules. But Chloe gradually becomes curious and one day sneaks out. Outside, she meets an old ice cream vendor who turns out to be her maternal grandfather. He tells her that her mother is still alive and is being held in a place called Mount Maddock, a secret facility where the government keeps people with special abilities. Chloe soon learns that she, her father, and her grandfather each have unique powers. Determined to rescue her mother, she sets out on a mission to fight government agents and use her abilities to bring her family back together. This film blends action, fantasy, and an emotional story about family. Number 2, ARQ.
This can't be happening.
The story of this film follows an engineer named Renton. One morning, he wakes up next to a woman named Hannah. Before he can fully open his eyes, a group of masked men break into his home and attack. He's quickly killed, but suddenly, he wakes up again, back in the same moment. Renton gradually realizes he's trapped in a time loop where everything keeps repeating, no matter how many times he dies or what happens. Renton has built a device called the RQ, which can generate unlimited energy. If it falls into the hands of a powerful and corrupt corporation called Taurus, it could lead to the domination of the entire world. Outside his home, things are falling apart: war, resource shortages, and a rebel group fighting against Taurus. At first, Renton thinks Hannah is unaware of everything, but soon he discovers she has secrets of her own, and may even be involved with the enemy. With each loop, Renton and Hannah make new choices, trying to escape the nightmare or at least stop the RQ from being stolen. This is a sci-fi film with a time loop theme, set in a post-apocalyptic world. Number 1, 400 Days. A team of 4 astronauts is sent to an underground facility to spend 400 days in isolation, simulating a long-term space mission. The goal is to study how the human mind copes with extended periods of confinement and distance from the outside world. At first, everything seems normal, but gradually, the crew begins to experience stress, fear, and hallucinations. Eventually, they decide to leave the base and find out what's really going on outside. What they discover is a strange, dust-covered world. Everything is dark, the sky is pitch black, and there's no sign of life. As they explore a small nearby town, they meet a man named Zell who tells them that a meteor hit the moon, causing massive dust clouds that covered the earth and blocked out the sun. If you enjoy films that make you think and question reality, this one might be right up your alley. Well, friends, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.